The danger of seeing what others do not is both a blessing and a curse. And it is the subject that has haunted me throughout my life's work. To see what others overlook is not merely an act of intelligence, it is an act of fate, for it places you outside the comfort of the crowd, beyond the shared illusions that allow societies to function. And I must tell you, when you begin to see in this way, when the veil parts and your vision penetrates what others deny you, will feel the isolation of the prophet, the exile, the one who cannot return to ignorance. This is why many flee from sight, why they prefer blindness, why they cling to distraction and noise. For to see clearly is to become responsible for what is seen. And the psyche knows this responsibility can be unbearable. Think of dreams, those nightly visitations from the unconscious. Most people dismiss them as nonsense, as fragments without meaning. But when you begin to truly see, when you approach the dream as an oracle from the depths, it reveals the secret life of the soul. You may dream of a serpent winding itself around a tree, and to the ordinary man it is a curiosity at best. But to the one who sees it is the ancient symbol of transformation, of danger, of renewal, of forbidden knowledge. The one who sees cannot brush it aside. The image demands interpretation, response, integration. And so, while others sleep peacefully in their ignorance, you awaken burdened with truth. The same is true in the daylight world. The collective lives by conventions, by masks, what I called the persona. We wear these masks so that we may play our roles in society, so that we may belong. But the one who sees through the mask perceives the shadow lurking behind it. That unacknowledged darkness each person hides even from themselves. To know the shadow of another, to glimpse their repressed anger, envy, cruelty, or hidden potential. This is dangerous knowledge. It changes the way you look at them, and it isolates you from them, for they do not wish to be seen in this way. They will call you strange, perhaps even accuse you of madness, because your vision threatens their carefully maintained illusion of themselves. And yet, this vision is not optional. It is the gift and curse of individuation, the process by which the soul becomes whole. To individuate is to step outside the collective hypnosis and to see what others refuse to see. You begin to notice the patterns in your life, the archetypes shaping your destiny. You see that your repeated betrayals are not accidents, but the workings of an inner drama, the eternal myth replaying itself in your relationships. You see that your suffering is not meaningless, but the call of the self, the center of the psyche that longs to be realized. To refuse to see this is to remain asleep, but to accept it is to awaken into loneliness, into responsibility, into the strange and difficult path of authenticity. I once wrote that people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. This is true because the soul does not flatter, it confronts. It tells us that the things we cherish may be hollow, that the loves we cling to may be possessions, that the morality we boast of may be hypocrisy. To see what others do not is to pierce through this veil, and therefore it is always dangerous. It threatens the very stability of one's world. But the danger is not only social, it is psychic. For the unconscious is not tame, it is the realm of gods and monsters, of primal forces older than the ego. To look into it without preparation can shatter the mind. Many who glimpse the archetypal depths for the first time experience terror, for they sense that they are no longer masters of their own house. They realize that beneath their conscious control lies a vast ocean of impulses, images, and powers that can overwhelm them. This is why initiation, ritual, and symbolic frameworks are essential. They give form to the chaos. They allow the psyche to integrate what it sees without being consumed. But let us speak not only of danger, for what is danger but the price of greatness? To see what others do not is also to live more deeply. It is to hear the hidden music of the world, to recognize the myth unfolding in your life, to understand the language of your dreams and symptoms. When you see, you are no longer a pawn of fate. You become a participant in the mystery. The suffering you endure takes on meaning. The losses you grieve reveal their secret necessity. And even the shadow you once feared becomes a teacher. The danger is real, but so too is the possibility of wholeness, of becoming who you truly are. I remember a patient who dreamed of a black horse galloping toward her. She was terrified, for she thought it meant death. But I told her the black horse is not merely death, it is also instinct, power, vitality. It was the part of herself she had repressed, the energy she had denied. To see the black horse was dangerous because it threatened to overturn her carefully ordered life. But it was also the beginning of her liberation. When she accepted the vision, when she integrated the horse into her being, she found a new strength, a new passion, a new direction. This is the paradox. What threatens to destroy us may be the very thing that saves us. Do not imagine that this seeing is a matter of intellect. It is not acquired by study alone, nor by cleverness. It comes when the soul is ready, often through suffering, through breakdown, through the collapse of what one thought was certain. It may come in the silence of a retreat, or in the chaos of a crisis. It may come through a dream, or through the shock of betrayal, or through the unbearable weight of depression. Suddenly, the veil tears, and you see that life is not what you thought, that you are not who you pretended to be, that beneath all the roles and stories lies something vast, terrifying, and holy. At that moment, you stand at a crossroads. You may deny it, repress it, drug yourself against it, or you may accept it and begin the journey into your own depths. Most choose denial, and society rewards them for it. But a few, those who feel the call of destiny, choose to go on. They pay the price of vision, and they reap its fruit. The danger is that once you see, you cannot unsee. You may long to return to the innocence of ignorance, but the psyche does not allow backward steps. You must go forward, into the unknown, into the wilderness of your own soul. You may lose friends, for they cannot follow you. You may lose your old identity, for it cannot contain what you have become. You may even feel abandoned by the gods, for the old symbols may no longer suffice. But this loss is also initiation. It is the descent into the underworld, the night sea journey, the crucifixion before resurrection. All great myths tell of this path, because it is the path of every soul that dares to see. If you find yourself among those who see, know this: you are not alone, even if you feel so. Across the ages, others have walked this road. The prophets, the mystics, the poets, the visionaries. They too saw what others could not, and they too bore the cost. Some were destroyed by it, but others transformed their vision into art, into wisdom, into healing for others. For the ultimate purpose of seeing is not pride, not superiority, but service. To see the truth is to bear witness, to help others who are still in darkness, to midwife the birth of new consciousness. It is not easy, but it is necessary. For without vision, humanity stagnates, repeats its tragedies, destroys itself. Those who see carry the seeds of renewal, even if they are rejected by the very ones they seek to help. So, my friends, when you feel the terror of vision, when you sense the weight of truths unspoken, do not despair. Know that you are being initiated into the deeper mysteries of life. Accept the danger, for it is the price of transformation. Trust the symbols that arise. Trust the wisdom of your dreams. Trust the self that guides you through the labyrinth. And remember, though others may not see, your vision is not in vain. It is the beginning of your wholeness. And perhaps, if fate allows, the beginning of healing for the world. This, then, is the danger of seeing what others do not. It will isolate you. It will wound you. It will demand everything of you. But it will also awaken you, transform you, and lead you to the truth that lies beyond appearances. And in the end, it is better to see and to suffer than to remain blind and comfortable. For the soul does not come to earth for comfort, it comes for transformation. May you have the courage to see and to live what you see, no matter the cost.